What's going on, YouTube family? Welcome to another episode of Life with Jen and CG. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for your support. Those people that are supporting, also those people that are not, and they're just here to,
Fans.
Be a fan. We like the fans too.
Either way.
Cheers to the fans. Shout out to Rob, who is
Cheers.
You don't want a glass?
No, I'm good.
behind the camera.
Shout out to Rob. And make sure you guys do not forget, we're actually going to be doing something a little different once we hit 50,000 subscribers. So we're about 20,000, 22,000 or something away, but we're going to do something. I've been thinking about doing something where we drop like a video a day. So when we get to that point,
I'm like, I didn't get that memo.
You didn't tell me.
yeah, I've been brainstorming all day. Like I told you guys like 2 videos ago, I'm very invested in this channel, and I think that I believe we should give our actual supporters a little bit more of us, right? So with that being said, we're going to be addressing the elephant in the room today.
Ooh, who is the elephant?
Just a certain individual. Well, actually a couple of individuals, but it's been this thing of, creating this alliance, saying that Christian has been taking from them. I want you guys to understand something. I didn't want to really jump right into it, but I'm going to do it, right? Because like I said, yes, my past is my past, and I've done my time for my past. So the fact that I've been getting like Chris Brown treatment when it comes to something that happened.
It's the looks.
Something that happened 10 years ago is crazy. Like I said, I'm remorseful about it. I've taken accountability and I've done my time. And so when it comes to the elephant in the room, it's been a certain individual online that's created an alliance with, this stalker that we're dealing with. And this person is saying, oh, well, you are not being integral and you're taking from us. And we know that you've been spending this money on this lavish lifestyle. Well, let's set this thing straight. 2021, I started my company. Because, like I always say, trading gets a little boring. The money's good. Whether you're winning or losing, the money is good. I mean, at the end of the day, like I don't count the days. I pretty much look at the weeks when it comes to profit. So, I find it kind of odd that when you're winning for people, it's like you're the best person in the world. But when you start losing, it's like, oh, he took my money, or he's buying all these lavish things. He's taking these lavish trips. I've been doing this for a minute. Like before I met Jennifer, I was doing okay. And I'm still doing okay. Am I where I want to be? Most definitely not. Right. So, yeah.
And let me just jump in for a quick second, because I feel as if when we obviously became an item, there have been this exaggerated amount of eyeballs on you, and people just look for any little thing. And honestly, I feel bad about that, because I'm like, damn, like this man has done his time to for whatever. And it's like you want to keep bringing some shit back up from a decade ago. It's old, it's tired, like talk about something else. And as far as the lifestyle, my lifestyle has been this, right? And so Christian has come into my life and he's had his own lifestyle. But I think when they see it together, it's like, oh, but really, I've been doing this for a very long time. Like, and I'm not trying to sound like, I don't know. I'm not trying to sound arrogant, but
It's not arrogant.
no,
I mean,
but
it's the
I'm
truth.
just saying, like, my family has had money. You know what I mean? So I'm grateful for that. But yeah, like before I met Christian, I had a Rolls Royce. It's like, y'all gotta stop with this. And I got that shit. Ain't no nigga buying for me. I got it. So sorry, I had to jump in a second.
I mean,
She has to speak her piece too.
I mean,
She's
yeah.
also-
Talk your talk. I mean, Jennifer, we're together every single day. Like we know the tea. I think you guys think you know the tea. as they say.
Yeah, and when I
But
met Christian, he was living in a penthouse. That had nothing to do with me. Like, and I'm not gonna be with a bum. Like, I'm not. I've definitely had my challenges with men. You guys remind me of that shit all the time. And I get that. I've been in some dysfunctional relationships, but at my ripe age, I have
ripe is a good word.
Jack.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I have some understanding, and I feel like you have to go through things because you learn from your mistakes, and if you don't learn, then that's a problem. So I wouldn't take anything back that I have gone through. Could I have done things better? Absolutely. But I feel like everything has happened to me for a reason. I have learned lessons from it. I'm grateful for it because I wouldn't be where I am today. So that's that.
That's good.
That's great. I have actually have a question for Jen about that. Like, I feel like a lot of people want to feed your feet to the fire about your past, and something that I've always admired about you is you've always been honest, transparent. You've acknowledged your mistakes, and now you're in a relation. Well, now you're married a Christian, and it's like my question is, where do you draw the line where you're like, enough's enough? Why do I need to keep on explaining to people like what's going on? It's almost like you can't win. And even when you, and this has nothing to do with our friendship, this is just me being real with you. Like, it feels like when you had mistakes or situations, because everyone's fallen in love with somebody that is not the best for them, and you went through all that and you were
Mm-hmm.
honest and vulnerable and shared that with the public, and now you're in a healthy relationship, and it's like people can't be happy for you. What do you think that is? And where do you draw the line where you're like, you know what, I don't need to explain myself anymore?
For me, I think it just comes with time, right? I have said this multiple times. I have really found just like my fuck it button. I don't feel the need to explain to people why I make the choices I make. Either you like it or you don't. And I don't know. I just find it a little odd because honestly, I'm not that really invested in people's personal choices that they make. I'm just like, you know what? If you like it, you love it. If you fall down, I'll be there to support. I'm not that judgmental, right? So,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to continue to explain myself. It is what it is. Yes, I'm married. Yes, we have both been through some shit. And it's like you accept people for who they are. And if you can't, then you need to let them go, right? So I appreciate the love and the support, but you can leave the hate out because honestly, I just don't need it in my life, and I'm in a really good place. And what I have learned throughout my life is people are going to talk shit because I have this shirt on that says my name, which I didn't order this, by the way. Christian ordered it,
I
but it
actually
was too
want one.
small. But it was too small for him. And I was like, that's actually really cute. He like came in the bedroom one day wearing it. And I was like, babe, where'd you get that from? Oh my God, I want one. So yeah, so yes, I'm rocking myself because I love
So
myself.
conceited. Oh my god.
Yeah, they're gonna say that. So the thing is,
No matter what we do,
yes, it's a machine. This is the point I was getting to. It's a machine that you cannot fight, right? It's like trying to fight a robot. It's a different kind of power. You
yeah.
don't have it. And I don't have the manpower to like sit up and answer to every negative comment. I can't do it. Like my thing is that's unfortunate. I'm sorry you feel that way. And that was what I said on the reunion.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait for this year's reunion. We're only on episode what, 3 or 4. Christian, so explain to the audience really, like, and what I mean by dumb it down, explain to them what you do for work. Explain it to me, explain it to them. So that way people who do not know.
I still can't understand, but
Yeah, I try to show her. But you have to be willing to sit down and receive it. Like I could show you and you'll be like, oh, okay, it's just lines or whatever you want to call it. What I do is if you are I wouldn't say if you're an investor, if you are a person that invests in things, You would typically get like a Robinhood account or an E-Trade account, or you would get, well, it was TD Ameritrade, but I think they have like a damn near 50 some $500 billion lawsuit or something crazy. But you would do something with portfolio investing. So basically, you would go buy shares of a company, shares of Amazon, shares of Apple, shares of Walmart, shares of McDonald's, whatever. What I do is I invest in multiple companies at one time, right? So uptrend, downtrend, I'm able to actively make money in the market, whether the market is going up and on a bullish run. Bullish means up. So if you think about a bull attacks and and they lift their head. Like that's how bulls attack. If you talk about terms as far as, well, what is a bull and what is a bear? Bears typically bear down. So a bear market, if you ever hear a bear market, that means that stocks are falling or crypto's falling, right? So the beautiful thing about intraday trading is I'm able to make money each direction. It's not, a lot of people are like, well, the market is going crazy right now. You should be making money. That actually is not, I mean, that's the truth. If I'm in the right position to make money, if I'm in a buy, but there's times where the market sells off too. And if you're a portfolio investor, right? So Jennifer has an E-Trade account and she has specific things that she's invested in. But if Amazon is falling, right? If it's tanking, then Jennifer's portfolio is doing what? It's losing money because she doesn't have the option to say, oh, let me sell, right? She can only sell when the stock is up and she wants to sell and pretty much make profit on what she invested from the stock, from the start. Intraday trading is exactly what I do. I trade with companies, right? So if you think about companies like Apple, Amazon, Airbnb, Walmart, whatever, the top 100 companies on the US index nationally, not worldwide, right? The NASDAQ is nationally publicly traded companies. So that is exactly what I do. Now, there's times where Jerome Powell speaks. If you guys don't know who Jerome Powell is, he is the chairman of the Federal Reserve. So whatever basically what Jerome says, he controls the market, right? There may be times where he may want to speak on a Wednesday, but he's not scheduled to speak until Friday. And you could be in an active trade and you could be buying in that trade. And he releases something about the Fed, the interest rate going up or down. The market could tank or it could go up, right? We have no control over that, right? So I had a situation back in August where the market literally fell while I was actively in buy trades, right? Because you can actually open up more than one position in the market. Like I can open up 50 positions if I want to, my account has the leverage to do that, right? So that my accounts actually that I trade with for people and also that I trade for myself took a major hit. So something that I've been working on for months, overnight, it was completely not fully demolished, but over 70% completely wiped out. I was not the only person that lost money. There were billionaires that lost money. There were people that invest that actually lost money. So it turned into a whole circus of, oh, well, Christian Gold is not licensed to invest. Well, I don't trade on the primary market, right? I'm not the person to call you and say, hey, buy 50 shares of this stock. I'm not giving financial advice. The people that invest with me from the start knew exactly what they were getting themselves into. At least I hope so. Because a lot of the times in the Black community, people get terms and conditions or they get contracts and they're so eager or they're looking for some type of instant gratification. And they're like, forget looking at the contract. I'm just going to sign it. Right. So in my agreement or in my contract, it says some or all of your capital is at risk. So understand that what you're getting yourself into, there is a risk, like 99% that you're going to lose, right? And it's not always the case. Like I said, people love me when I'm winning for them, but when I lose, it's like, oh, he scammed me. But Jennifer made a great point of like, when people don't understand something, it's automatically a scam, especially in the Black community, right?
Yeah. And I think that's a problem. Like, we have to stop that. I understand trading, but you couldn't put me in front of a computer. I can't read candlesticks. I don't know charts. There's all these terms. Yes, I invest, but I can't, I'm like not, what do you call, like calling trade signals? And
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know how to punch that stuff in. So my thing is like, just because I don't understand it doesn't mean that it's not a real thing. I'm not going to say, oh, it's a scam because I don't know how to punch in a trade. no, it's like we have to stop and you have to educate yourself if you don't know. And I think another thing that people don't know, this I think something that you can talk on more, babe, is that people always feel like, oh, I'm just gonna put my money in the bank, that's where it's safe. To my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, your money is only insured up to $250,000
$250,000.
in the bank. So if you have more than that in the bank and something happens and Bank of America disappears overnight, your money is not insured after the $250,000. And you make no interest. What's the interest rate?
0.01%.
So
It's no,
you
it's not.
gotta, you know what I'm saying? You have to be able to do other things. But people that have um, wealth managers, they invest their money in different things. And you don't even have to have like a wealth manager. Like you can have a Vanguard account, a Fidelity account. There's like different things that you can have. And these are conversations that we need to start talking about more, because it's like that old school shit that your grandparents like, oh, I'm gonna just keep my money in the bank. No, there's other ways to make your money work for you. But because people are stuck in this, well, the bank is secure. Actually, is if you got real money in the bank, it's not.
No, it's not. That's what offshore accounts are for.
So
Yeah.
sorry, I'm just popping in
No, but I
with
want you to no
with what I know.
the people want to listen. The people want to see you, and you want to see the people, right?
I do
Wait,
want
so what do you? So the elephant in the room, like people saying that you're taking from them or whatever that is. How?
Yeah, and I'm gonna put a couple screenshots up and let you guys see.
So
Yeah, because it's kind of like here's my thing. Jennifer knows that I'm not the person to either like seek validation, or I'm not the person to go online just because I saw a negative comment and try to prove someone wrong. Like, oh well, that's just not me. But it's a time where you just have to open your mouth and you got to be like, look, this is what the internet's saying, or this is what this certain individual is saying. But let me show you the real deal, because one thing about me, people always want to say, oh, well, Christians this and Christians that. But one thing I do is I keep receipts too.
yeah,
My
what
text
they
messages
say,
don't.
they always print two sets of receipts. When you go to the store,
Yeah.
the store gets one and you get one. So yeah, there's always receipts. At one time they were calling me receipts. Yep, love it, like it, got them. So we're not here to drag anybody, but
No.
I do feel like,
It's just addressing the elephant.
yeah, I do feel like there's a certain individual that was like going around doing interviews, and you know who you are. And I've actually heard your husband on the phone with my husband, and he had some really awful things to say about you. And he has a really bad gambling problem, from what I understand. And they're just honestly very dysfunctional. And it's like I honestly I feel sad for you. I do. I do. I feel sad for you because I've actually seen the emails that you have sent or messages. And when Christian's making you guys money, he's the best person in the world. And oh my God. And yeah, like you're really, you're tragic.
Yeah, I just want the public humiliation is what it is. The public humiliation that I've been receiving is insane, but I want that same energy, or I at least wanted the same energy when I was winning. Because I remember at a time, you know, you invested 2 grand and I took it to like 13 grand in less than 72 hours. Something crazy. So like these messages of like, oh wow, you know what you're doing, you're the best at what you do, more people need to invest. Keep that same energy when you're losing too, because life is not always going to be on the up and up, right? So we both know that I know what I'm doing, right? And am I expert? No. Do I still lose? Yes, I still take losses like every day, even for myself, right? But I want all I'm asking is just to keep the same energy, like forming the whole alliance thing. At the end of the day, I have my ducks in a row too, and my paperwork is right. So it's like laughable, but at the same time, like I keep receipts too. right? And don't forget that who was there for you when you called my phone crying about your wife. You know what I mean? Like I'm not going to be petty and go that deep, but it's gotten to the point where it's just like no more cry. I'm not going to be quiet anymore. Like, because sometimes quiet comes across as like, oh, well, maybe this is Christian or
Yeah,
this is
because
what he's doing.
when you're quiet, sometimes it's like people think you're guilty, but then when you drag them through the depths of hell, it's like, oh my God, who is this person? Well, bitch, you took me there. You know what I'm saying? It's like you try and be a class act, you try and do Michelle Obama, but at a certain point, it's like, you know what? Enough is enough, and like let's get down to the real shit, and let's get receipts and profit and loss, like all of the shit. Like stop. It's just like enough is enough. And I think at some point you do have to speak your truth and you do have to drop receipts and all of this. Oh, the FBI, da, 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 da. Like, listen, the way I'm not even going to talk on it because nobody needs to know. But yeah, you can't even Google who my father is. But trust me, it's like Olivia Pope, daddy, don't got nothing on mine.
That's a bar.
Well, it seems like you've hit a wall too of frustration because it's like you can't never win.
No. I know. Like, especially at this point in my life, like, it's the whole comments about, oh, well, we didn't know who Christian was. Well, it ain't my fault that I pulled someone of her caliber. I did. I pulled her. Right. God placed her in my life more than you know what I mean. Like it was just meant to be. And if I could still be low key, I would. Right. I don't even like the public and all
But
I don't like
you
it.
know
Right.
the funny part,
but this is just
is
the
that
life.
we are actually low key. Like,
Yeah, we are. We are.
We are. You know, like we go to dinner, we do our date night, we have fun. We're not like calling paparazzi to come take pictures of us at Steak 48. Like we just do us. Honestly, we're not really out there. We're low key. We could really turn up, but we don't.
Rob, you mind grabbing that bottle of water?
Maybe we should turn up.
Can you grab?
Here you go.
Can you grab that bottle of water on the door, on the fridge door? It's like the one that's like, yeah, I need some water, man. I need to hydrate. And I think that's another reason why I do mind my business because I'm always pissing. I'm always at the toilet. Like I drink a lot of water, so I don't have time to fish through the comments. And I'm gonna tell you, a lot of y'all gotta stop too, right? Because now the beast has awakened. What a lot of y'all gotta stop is being influenced by the comments because a lot of the times you come into the comment section like you're not opinionated. It's based off someone else and what they're talking about, right? And you're easily influenced. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been quiet for too long. Like, and it's gotten to the point where it's like, listen, like, come on now. Like, come on. And I don't give a damn at this point what you say, what you call me. I've heard it all. And honestly, I look at my wife and we laugh about it. Like, we literally laugh about it. So,
yeah, honestly, we're just, and it's crazy because we're still in
woo, this is
like
good.
honeymoon mode. Let me have some, babe.
We 60 days. We like 60 days, and we're about to celebrate our 2-year anniversary.
Oh my God.
For the ones that said they wouldn't make it 6 months, and then when we got married, they said they wouldn't make it 60 days. It's like,
But here's the thing.
We're not counting
I
up.
have a question. Why do people prey on anyone's downfall? That is weird to me. Like, I'm not at home like, oh, I hope J-Lo and Ben Affleck break up. Like, what? That's so, you don't even know these people.
What is your goal?
Focus on you.
What is your goal? What you're like, I always say that there's nothing that's going to tear us apart but us. Do some like, you know what I mean? Like, and it's just not happening. Like we've already made it a thing of like, listen, divorce is not an option. And we actually live like we're okay. Like we're
And
more than okay. We're good.
We've had to weather some storms
Of course.
right before we got married. But again, I talk about this all the time. You know, our marriage counselors told us months ago, the closer you get to marriage, the attacks are going to go crazy. And they literally were just like, whoa, okay, we didn't think they were talking about this, but okay. And you know, we had one individual in particular that it was like almost a mission. And it's just really sad. I don't it's like I don't get the obsession, but yeah.
But if they're watching, we would love for them to subscribe and like.
Definitely subscribe. Like those subscribers count, man.
You tell them to subscribe and like.
Hit the like, man. Hit the like. We're trying to get to 50K subs so we can do our subathon, and we're gonna post a video a day, like a video a day.
We did not have this conversation, by the way.
No, I mean, because babe, like, let's keep it real. Like, you know, I'm like on the analytics. I'm the one that does all I do our editing.
I show up.
She just shows up in front of the camera. I do all this stuff. So I'm always behind the scenes thinking, how can we bring more to our supporters, our subscribers? So with that being said, I think we addressed the elephant in the room. And
babe, you got to drop those receipts though.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna drop them, y'all. Here's the thing. Here's a kicker. You gotta keep watching because I'm not gonna drop them during. I'm gonna drop them as soon as we wrap, and it's gonna come right before the ending of this video. So you better watch the full 30, 27, 30 minutes. I don't know what it is, but it is gonna get dropped, and you're gonna see all the praise, and you're gonna see all this stuff, and you're gonna see the negative side too of like, listen. At the end of the day, I move with integrity because what I do, honestly, the business is my baby because this is all I have. So yeah, but it's out there. Guess what? I've dealt with a huge loss in business, and it's okay. Like I'm 31 years old. I haven't because we are not about to hate.
Oh, you know what? That's actually.
Or you can ask something out the box.
No, you know what? Let's do this. What with Thanksgiving being tomorrow, what are you both equally or separately thankful for? With each other or in general?
Go first, babe.
So I am thankful and grateful just honestly every day that I get to be above ground. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for just life in general. I'm grateful for everything that I have accomplished, experienced, gone through, the good, the bad, the ugly. I'm grateful that I'm truly in a place of peace in my life. I'm grateful to have a life partner that is my husband, that is my best friend. We have a good time. And not to say, we've gone through challenges publicly, we've gone through challenges amongst ourselves individually, but I wouldn't change a thing. And I guess, yeah, I'm grateful for my life and the deck that God dealt me. I'm in a place of peace.
That's good, babe.
Christian.
I'm grateful for God. First and foremost, because I believe that I have overcome the mental side of it. The mental health side is like something I take very serious. I damn near thought I was like damaged goods, especially going through a traumatic experience at such a young age. But I owned it, and like I said, I did my time, and now I'm grateful to be a husband. I'm grateful to be a father. I don't care what you guys say because, like I said, that is also a one-sided thing on the internet. I'm grateful for my support system. Jennifer has been. I saw. It's crazy because I want to address this because I am thankful for this. I saw the wife qualities in Jennifer when I went through a when I went through the toughest time in our marriage or in our relationship, right? A lot of women want to be married because it's just the idea of marriage, but they don't want to be a wife. There's a difference between marriage and being a wife, and marriage and being a husband. So I'm grateful that I actually have a wife and not just a marriage. Um, but with that being said, like I'm super grateful for our support system. Me and Jennifer have such a close knit village, and we want to give a shout out to them too. You guys know who you are, Rob included. Marriages need villages too. Just like children to raise children, children need villages. We have our village, and they helped us a lot through our storm. Like we dealt with like 90, 120 days straight. No, it was like 90 days straight, right? Like we dealt with a
Mhm.
crazy storm. So yeah, I'm just grateful for our support system. I'm grateful for my wife, my children, my mother. And, God is above all. So came a long way. Because I think the old Christian would have snapped in a way that it would have been bigger than this whole YouTube thing. So uh, I thank God for delivering me from.
Wrap it up.
Well, I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in for another episode. I think this one is a little more, I don't know, informative, serious, but we appreciate you guys, and we're going to continue to pump out more videos. So make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification button.
50,000. Once we get to
And
50,000, a video a day.
wow, sounds like a lot of work. But yes, thank you guys. And I hope everybody has a very happy Thanksgiving. Don't eat too much. Don't want to expand that back. But we'll see you guys on the next go round.
Ciao.